Hey, welcome to Bears Banter Season 4. Man, congratulations, guys.
Indeed.
All right, man. We started this up. Hey, what's up, guys? See guy trying to pop in. Let him get set for a minute. Man, we started this up. We started talking about this. It was the beginning of the pandemic. And we thought we probably do about 2 or 3 shows and everything was, just to spend some time. Man,
right.
I'm glad we started this. How you doing today, Jay and Plank?
Oh man, I'm good. I can't complain. I'm so ready for the season. It's been a whole lot of hype during the off season, and man, I'm just ready to get it started.
Okay. How about you, Plank? What's going on with
you? Absolutely the same. I can't wait for this to go. I'm excited about this new season. I think we're gonna do a lot better than people are estimating us. Let's get it going and start hitting people in the mouth.
Okay. Hey, what's up, guy? How you doing, man?
What's up, guy?
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
I would take this shirt off, but it's like not safe for work shirt, so I figured I would represent. So you know what I was gonna say, which is interesting. If you guys look at the players that they picked up, they're team specific as far as the type of schemes that they're running. A lot of times they'll pick up, oh, we're gonna pick this guy up, that guy. Every particular player's skill set is made. Like, for example, jet sweep, single eye back, all these different things. And like you said, I think they're going to surprise a lot of people because you got the components and the pieces, and everybody wants to win. Not saying that they didn't before. Like we talked about last year, they lost 8 games by a touchdown. It wasn't that they didn't try, they just didn't have enough. This year, them 8 games, I say they probably won about 5 of them.
Okay. Yeah, so hey, we coming off a 3-14 season, man. What do y'all see different, man, as we get ready for Sunday?
Personnel.
We got to tackle people before they get a first down. That's
right. and to just to piggyback on Guy's point, I think what Poles did in the draft was he identified guys specifically for the schemes, like Tyreek Stevenson. Remember after the draft, I told you, I'm like, man, they kind of drafted Tyreek Stevenson a little high. But then after looking at everything, I'm like, okay, he kind of fits the mold of what Eberflus likes as far as his corners go. Your right tackle, Darnell Wright, I believe, if I'm pronouncing it right. He's a prototype right tackle. It ain't like the last regime where they drafted Tevin Jenkins as a right tackle out of college, and we like, oh, he's a right tackle, we're gonna play him at left tackle. This regime is actually drafting and picking up players and signing players for specific needs, and I think that's gonna be the big difference.
The only correction I gotta make with you, Jay, is for Darnell Wright. That dude is like a 3-story bungalow. You see, these guys were about to snap the ball. Guys are standing up, and he bent over, and he was like the same size as them. But you're right, though. You know what?
He's a pure right tackle.
Yeah, he's a pure right tackle. I'm very excited, and I know that they're putting Mr. Patrick in the middle and running that guy over to left guard for Tevin, which that's a whole nother story, but neither here nor there. The one other thing that I see as a telling difference is the fact that some teams have a guy who, regardless of whether he's got somebody to his right or his left or whatever, it doesn't affect the way he plays, and they're like they're playmakers. Not to say that we didn't have them. Now what happens is it's almost like that scheme. You ever notice, like, you look at a team as like, oh, per person, they may not have great players, but together they're excellent. Now you have guys now who were really good last year that's got compliments, and they're going to even look even better.
And I just want to real quickly say, just to piggyback off of that, one thing I like is Cody Whitehair. People can say what they want to. This guy's I believe it's his 9th year. He is so interchangeable because he's played center. Yep. Now they moved him to left guard. He played right guard. He does whatever you need. And because he's a veteran, I trust him in those positions. So it's good to have a guy that you can have that could be interchangeable like that.
Did you notice how we were talking about Whitehair a lot last year? So we were talking about how these guys were missing schemes, and you could see him in his back pointing. That's a guy who's been here for 9 years that understands the plays, understands the schemes. He's just like, and it's not a disrespect to him. He's not like that guy, the lights out guy, but he's a plug and play guy. And if you compliment him with pieces, he's going to even look better.
Okay, what you have, Plank?
Yeah, well, I wanted to piggyback on talking about the rookies and particularly Darnell Wright. When I think about Darnell Wright, bring to the table, he is the consummate Bear, not just Chicago Bear, but he's big, he's strong, he's agile, he's fast. He's a guy that you don't expect to be as athletic as he is. Then all of a sudden, he's right up on you. You thought you could outrun him. All of a sudden, he's right there in your face. So I'm looking forward to actually seeing how he performs. It's good also that Jones, the other left tackle, isn't getting any hoopla, which is what you want in your left tackle. You don't even want to really know his name.
Exactly.
Let's get out there, do your job, and let's take care of what we need to have taken care of.
Okay. Exactly. And one other thing about Darnell Wright, I just want to say, I was sold on him when they came in to do when they came in at training camp to do their opening drills, and he wind up doing the wide receiver drill versus the offensive line, and he passed it. And I was like, okay, this dude doing the same thing wide receivers doing. And this guy's all right. This guy's all right.
I'll take it.
Hey, so hey Jay, we was talking before the show started about the Bears and the Packers offense and their defense as far as how they did last year. I know it's kind of hard to use last year as a measurement of this year, especially with the Bears, because there's so many parts and change, but that's the only thing we could go off right now. I mean, Jay, what do you have as far as what's the strengths on Green Bay? What's the strengths on the Bears as far as offense and defense? Plank, same thing. And Guy.
Well, I think the strength of the Bears, everybody's making this like, Justin Fields got to take a leap. Yeah, he does have to take a leap. But let's remember, the Bears led the league in rushing last year. They led the league in rushing last year. Khalil Herbert averaged 5.7 yards a carry last year. So if the Bears can establish their running game, and I told Bernard, this is probably going to be the quickest game we ever seen, because guess what? Green Bay, they established the run. They got two bruisers. A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones are bruisers. They averaged 190 yards in 2 games against the Bears last year. So they coming out to run the ball. So everybody talking about Justin Fields versus Jordan Love. No, this is going to be about a defense and a defense. The Packers ranked 26 in run defense last year. They gave up 5 yards a carry last year. Khalil Herbert himself, like I said, averaged 5.7. The Bears, as we know, was porous on the run defense last year. If I believe they was ranked either 31st or 32nd. So this is going to be a battle of the line of scrimmage right now on defense as well as offense. So I think that's how the game is going to go. We'll see the pop plays in the passing game, but both of these teams are going to want to establish the run just because of the porous defenses that each one of them had last year.
Okay.
I agree. The Packers, they want to run the ball and they want to stop the run. Their defense is actually underplayed what the expectation was from them last year. And, they ended up losing a couple of good players. They lost Amos. So Amos was actually a pretty good safety, especially supporting the run. Now, he wasn't as well suited to pass defense.
In the past, yeah, absolutely.
I think we're going to be able to exploit that a little bit. They still have Aaron Jones, who's a nightmare against the Bears, and the core of their team is still David Bakhtiari, that offensive tackle. You can run behind him all day, and a lot of times defensive players never even get a sniff. From a Bears perspective, I think we need to run the ball as much as we want, to do DJ Moore. We want to take advantage of Justin Fields and say that we've got this wonderful quarterback who's generational. We need to continue doing what we've done well, which is run the ball, and from a defensive standpoint, stop the run. My biggest concern with defense is we don't have anybody to really stop the run on that defensive line. Linebackers and safeties are only as good as the secondary tacklers. we need to have somebody at the point of impact actually trying to make that stop. So we're going to see whether or not we're able to have our defensive tackles, these two rookies out here, whether or not they can actually show well. That's going to determine how far we go this season.
Okay. And see, play real quick, play. And see, that's a good point, because if you can't stop the run at the line at the line of scrimmage, and the linebackers and your secondary is making tackles, that means the offense has already gained 4, maybe 5 yards. So now you're going into second and short. You know what I mean? So it's really basically boiling down to the line of scrimmage. Who's going to own the line of scrimmage?
Yeah. Hey, great point, guys. Hey, I'd like to first be remiss and notably Tammy is absent tonight. I know y'all haven't seen Tammy in a while, but anyway, Tammy is going through a few things health-wise, so we're praying for Tammy to feel better. You may be able to pop on here and there, throughout the season, but so Tammy fans, hold on. She'll be back next year.
She's still the first lady.
Maybe back for the season.
She's still the first lady.
Still the first lady.
Still the only lady.
Right.
So,
absolutely.
So what we did this year as well, before I make my other point, is there are a couple of people I'm gonna ask throughout the season to fill in, like in her slot. One of those people gonna be Mo Cross. The other one gonna be Christian Jones. Hey, what's up, Jimmy? Jimmy Red is going to fill in.
Jimmy, what's up, Frank?
And Chuck Music. I know that's not his real name, but that's the name he go by. Chuck Music is going to fill in. But anyway, hey, as far as the Bears, I agree with you guys. The Bears have to be able to stop the run. I know everybody says, it's a passing league. It is a passing league, but when you cannot stop the run, I'm telling you, you have a long game, because teams are going to run it down your throat. And guess what? They can have 17 points, and it seemed like they got 35 because you just can't get off the field. So, hey, he said, "What's up, Blue Fire?" Jay, your proud brother. But anyway, so what I agree with you, Jay. This is going to be a game. I believe it's the battle of the trenches. Both teams running the ball a lot, trying to establish. The Bears need to not listen to the fans. The fans gonna want Justin Fields to come out, sling for 300 yards, and try to prove he's the guy. No, you work him into the system, and you let him maturate into the player he's gonna be. But you got Guy. Is he still there?
I'm telling you, man. You know what? Here's an interesting thing. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we can.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Here's the thing. Going back to what I was saying about having specific players put in. Yeah, we do have to stop the run. Edwards and Edmonds make a complete difference, though, because now you got 2 speed guys, too. So you got guys on the line right now. Doesn't have to always necessarily mean that they have to win plays, but they could tie up some guys to let other guys eat. I think with the personnel that we got, we're a little faster. And I'll tell you, interesting thing, baseball is a guy rest his soul. Jose Lima used to be a pitcher. He played us, and they were staying at a hotel, and we rocked them. And I saw him. I said, you know what, brother? I said, the difference between you giving up 6 runs and throwing a no-hitter was 1/32 of an inch. And he looked at me and said, I appreciate that, and you're right. And what I mean by that is, yeah, we do have to have parts of guys who are willing to play. But I believe with the personnel that we have now, we got that extra 1/32 of an inch. I don't think we're going to be like only give up like 198 points for the season or anything like that. But I think we've done much, much better. I mean, you're right. We shouldn't have a safety leading in tackles or and stuff like that. We shouldn't. But I got a feeling that we're gonna have a lot more success.
Okay.
And this is like Love means nothing. So, Mr. Love, as great as Aaron Rodgers was, and I know people believe in the plug and play, and as much as I can't stand Aaron Rodgers, boy, you wearing a size 6 and you got to fill some size 16 shoes. So that's all I can say about that one.
Hey, so since you mentioned that, I mean, I know we're going to try to wrap up before this game starts. So we got about 18 minutes before the game start as far as the KC and the Lions. What
they're going to Lions today, by the way.
What's that? Like,
they're going to Lion tonight, by the way.
They're going to Lions tonight. I want to piggyback off guys said. So if we go on this year and double it up on say the Packers, is it bothers you that Aaron Rodgers is not here to?
Nope.
No.
Only because I always want to get my lick back from a bully, and he's like 30 or 40 up on us. But it's not gonna really hurt that bad to see his backside in the rearview mirror either. So if that gives us a better chance, then fine.
You beat the team that's in front of you.
Yeah.
I don't care who the quarterback is. I don't care. I don't care. You know, Favre and Rodgers had they run against us, but I do remember when the Bears had they run against the Packers. So I mean, it comes full circle. So it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me. Beat the team that's in front of you.
You know you can't beat a man unless you beat the man.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
The excitement I get is listen to all these Green Bay fans for all this year, just without the knee pads down there talking, oh, we're the best, we're the greatest. If they suck for the next 5 or 6 years, it'll be fine with me. You know what I'm saying? Now, a lot of them Chicago people who's walking around with their chest out in them Green Bay uniforms, they're going to be using them jerseys to wipe their cars off.
Yeah, that bandwagon is about to get a little bit heavy. I'm just letting
you know. And the axle is broke on the back of that bandwagon.
Hey, like to thank all those who's watching tonight, Bears Banter Talk Show. Also, like to welcome the people who are the first time you ever watched this show. Bears Banter is going to be the top. Hit the subscribe button. It's going to be the top show this year. Our views are about to quadruple this year.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
It's going to happen.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yes,
absolutely.
Sir.
Hey, and another thing I want to mention to you real quick.
We don't have an injury report, do we? The injury report come out tomorrow?
The injury report came out. What's today? I believe it came out yesterday.
Yesterday.
It came out yesterday.
We got any notable injuries on the
Kevin Jenkins?
Okay, outside of Tevin Jenkins, no. Jenkins is out. Brisker, Eddie Jackson, and one other player were limited in participation, but limited is actually cool. I'm not tripping on that. I think everybody's gonna. And I'm sorry, Nate Davis, which doesn't surprise me because he ain't practiced all. He ain't been practiced his OTAs. So him being on injury report. That's hey, you know what? I'm gonna say that Eberflus said yesterday that Nate Davis is a consummate pro, and he's not worried about it. Everybody that's been injured, all their injuries were undisclosed. So yesterday we actually found out what their injuries were. Jaquan Brisker has been dealing with a groin injury. Nate Davis has been dealing with a calf injury. And I want to say Eddie, say it again.
They've got him as a personal.
Okay. So
okay, groin, it is personal.
And I can't remember where Eddie Jackson. I can't remember where Eddie Jackson was.
Eddie Jackson's got an ankle.
Okay, it's ankle.
Nate Davis personal issue. Mercedes Lewis is just rest because he's an older guy. And Marcus Walker got a calf.
Okay. So
we expect Dylan Cole to play anyway. So
and for the Packers, it's real interesting because Romeo Dobbs, one of the starting wide receivers, he's been limited for the last couple of weeks with a hamstring, but he practiced today. And you got Christian Watson, who just had a hamstring injury recently. He didn't practice today. So it's gonna be interesting to see how the Packers line up as far as their wide receivers are concerned, which is why I say I think this is gonna be the fastest game that I ever watched, because I really think the clock is gonna be churning the entire game, because it's gonna be handoff left, handoff right, handoff up the middle.
Also
for both teams.
List is David Bakhtiari.
He didn't practice today.
All kind of props.
Plank just froze up.
It's the Green Bay fans that got Plank, man.
They shouldn't have cut Plank. They cut Plank was the last cut. They shouldn't have. They needed him this week.
Hey, before we moving over to the dictionary. Hey, do y'all want to do game of the week this week, or it's too early to do game of the week?
Game of the week.
Kind of early.
No, not to me. Okay. The game of the week is Bears versus Packers.
Yeah,
to me,
there we go.
It's Bears versus Packers. Week 1, we playing our rivalry. It's America's game. It's nationwide, being shown nationwide. To me, Bears Packers is the game of the week.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Right. Yeah, look like Plank is froze. Okay.
He over there pop locking. Hey, you know what? Something I wanted to say too. I was at Brothers of the Bloom and ran into number 4, Brother David Berg. He said he would love to come back on and just come in and kind of co-host with us and hang out, man. Because you know how it is, man. Them guys are them dogs. As much as they leave it and they go into their lives and their careers and they do other stuff, it's hard to get rid of their football. And he was saying he would love to come on, man. I'd love to just kind of pick his brain, him. And we need to get Mark Chin and Mike Patterson on this year. I'm going to their cribs because I know where they live. You know what? I'm going to tell y'all something else kind of funny. I've been watching. Y'all going to think it's stupid, but it's been very entertaining. I've been watching on YouTube these different simulation games for Madden.
Yeah.
This is one guy. And I was just, and what was interesting was they're using the playbooks that they have, the Bears playbooks, and I'm watching and I'm looking at the possibilities. With DJ Moore now, it changes a lot of stuff now.
In the playbook? Yeah.
It changes everything, man. You got a guy that can run some pristine routes, is going to be a dog and get you some yards. And now you got 2 problems. You got to worry about him. Now you got Claypool a year into the playbook and understands it. You got Mooney back, and you got Justin Fields that can actually run too and pass. I think we go shock a lot of people, but I think we're gonna put on some good numbers. And if you think our running game was good last year, I would say that we probably, I think we're gonna be even that much better.
Okay.
Yeah, that number 1 receiver makes all the difference. So
makes a big
actually
difference.
Having DJ Moore out there, if Jay's out there playing receiver, that's gonna automatically use me up. So now you got to worry about the second and the third and the tertiary receivers being ones that are really going to start eating. So that's about to get really ugly. And you're going to see, I'm counting on Claypool to bring some funk. He's in the contract years ago.
I'm telling y'all, Claypool and Robert Tonyan, to me, in my opinion, is going to be a real key to this offense. They're going to be real key. When by the time we get to like game 6 or 7, everybody going to be like, man, Claypool and Tonyan, those are the 2 players I'm looking for to change this entire offense. Because with teams keying on DJ Moore, you got Darnell Mooney in the slot who's going to be taking up the nickel back. So Darnell Mooney is going to eat this year. No matter what happened, he's going to eat. But Claypool and Tonyan in the red zone, those are going to be the 2 key players to this entire offense when it comes from the 20 to the goal line.
I agree. Completely agree. And Claypool he got like a little light skin syndrome, man. He want to fight his own teammates, man. You can imagine what happened if he see another jersey. But I like him. I've always liked Claypool. The only problem that we had last year is you had a guy that had to step in and he had to kind of learn the playbook on the fly. But having time within the structure now, like a good offseason to get everything, it seems like a lot of the guys have had some really good things to say about him. And it don't hurt that he's like a fast guy and a big dude. So we got a lot of people to throw to. And we can catch Herbert outside in the flat too. Just hope he don't fumble none.
Okay. Oh man,
we love you. We love you tuning in.
Love listening to you guys. Thank you so much.
We love you tuning in.
Appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in.
Yep. Hey, y'all ready for y'all prediction yet, or y'all still wanna?
What for the season?
No, for
the game. For the game.
For the game. I haven't looked
at the game or the Bears game.
The Bears game.
34-17 Bears.
Wow.
Okay, got 34-17 Bears.
Wow.
I'm gonna go. Man, I hate the first game because there's so many unknowns. I'm gonna go Bears 27, Packers 24.
Wow. Okay.
You got a disco going on back there at your crib, over there, Jay Beasley.
Huh?
Your screen blinking, man. I'm thinking there's some house music in the back somewhere.
No, I don't know why. I'm sitting here patiently waiting. I don't know why it's blinking. But I got the Bears winning this game 20-17.
I think bust a screen in your garage.
I'm big bust your screen. Okay. I got the Bears winning 27-19. I didn't even go 2-0 this year. Okay.
Okay. Hey,
that's right.
We got Jimmy Red. Jimmy Red has the Bears going 27-14. We have Plank.
Nice hat Jimmy Red got on. Look at that.
Yeah,
that boy clean.
Yeah, that boy clean. We got Plank. You said 27-19, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, we got Jay got 20-17 Bears. Matter of fact, man, that sounds like good luck, Jay, because most of the time over the years you've been picking the Packers. You've been more realistic than us.
He didn't want to see Dr. Quick in that wig. I don't know.
Man, I got that on there, man. Let me see if I got that, man. I got that. All right, hold on. I think I got it. Let me see.
And on Twitch TV, but I just want to recap our scores real quick. We have guys, the Bears winning 24-20. Plank has the Bears winning 25-23. Yeah. Tammy has the Bears winning 33-30. I have the Bears winning 38-33. Jay has the Bears losing 38-17. And Mike.
Hey, look, Jay, you got me going into witness protection, Jay. I don't even
see, know. And you know what? I take it from Will.
Oh, hey, who is Jay? Yeah,
you know my cousin Peebo.
Yeah, hey, I don't know Jay. I don't know Jay.
Oh man, that's still.
That's
an oldie, but it's still a goodie, man.
That's still a goodie, man. That's still a goodie.
Man, I think that might have been the first season, wasn't it?
I think that was season 2. That might have been season 2.
That remind me of backyard parties back in the day, man. When folks would show up, they had like the leisure suit, the short sleeve shirt, and the shorts with the silk socks and the now later gators. They either stepping and they be shooting ball in those clothes. That's what remind me of.
That's funny. That was funny. That was funny.
So Guy has the Bears winning 34-17, and I had the Bears winning 27-24. Man, I don't know what Mike Quickhead or Christian and Mo, so I'll get their predictions and put our scores like we always have up there to see who's gonna win this among the panel. Yeah,
hey, y'all got Chin was gonna come on this. So we got Chin coming. Is Chin supposed to be coming to the Bears Banter this year?
And Mike Patterson.
He's gonna make some appearances.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, we'll see. Bring it on. But I just want to say real quick. Before we close it out. It's real. It's gonna be real interesting this year. The NFC North. Everybody's touting the Detroit Lions. They discounting the Minnesota Vikings, who won 13 games. To me, which I feel was a fluke. To me, was a fluke. But at the same time, they still won 13 games. Nobody's looking at the Bears. Nobody's looking at the Chicago Bears to take a step in this division. And it's gonna be real interesting because as I try to explain to people in instances like this where they don't look at, they look, well, the Lions won 8 of their last 9 games last year. Yeah, they was playing a last place schedule. Guess what? They playing the second place schedule this year. The Bears, who played the third place schedule last year, are playing a fourth place schedule this year. So those are the dynamics that people don't look at. And if you look at the Bears schedule, real quick, if you look at the Bears schedule, it's cupcake. The Bears are playing so many quarterbacks in this season that has like maybe 4 starts or starting for the first time, or it's just dynamics, and people don't look at the schedules, go in depth into the schedules like that. So it's going to be real interesting to see what happened with the NFC North.
And it plays in our advantage too, because you know what? All the stuff they were talking about with Justin Fields. And I tell you, I don't care how great you were at a D1 school. I don't care if you had a national championship. When you come to this level, this is that game you played on steroids now. So them windows are closed. And I think a lot of them cats, it may be one guy that might do okay, but if you got these change of quarterbacks, learn a scheme, or new guys, they're gonna be what Justin Fields was coming in without the same talent. So eat up, guys.
All right. Hey, do y'all got any game of the week other than this game? Jay, you said you had a game, right?
I said Bears Packers was game of the week for me.
That's same here.
I said Bears Packers just because it's the America's game of the week on Fox. So I mean, and it's funny because this week I looked at the schedule a little while ago because I was shout out to my moms. I love you, Mom. She called me every Thursday to get her picks, and I told her, I was like, this is the first time that I've seen a schedule where it's a lot of division games this week. Like you got Cincinnati playing Cleveland, you got Jacksonville playing Indianapolis, you got the Bears playing Green Bay. It's a lot of games like that this week, and that normally doesn't really happen for the first week. So it's a lot of interesting games this week. If I had to pick another one, I would say Jets and Buffalo, which is another division game. That's the
that was my other.
So if I had to not be a homer and pick Bears Packers, then I would pick the Jets and Buffalo.
You know what? Here's another interesting dynamic about that, like those league games too. You got to call the haves the have-nots. The haves of those established teams has got veterans that have actually gone through the playoffs and they understand the ramifications of this. There are other teams that's like, oh, it's just another game, but we're going to go out and play hard. And if they lose the game, it's not going to make sense to them until they get to like week 14, week 15, and they start saying, man, if we had halfway played better, and it'd be the difference between y'all playing for a wild card and actually waiting for a wild card. So, you know.
Okay. Hey, you got any closeout, Plank, before we close out for the night?
Yeah, this is Packers week, so I'm looking forward to the Bears bringing it to them, hitting them in the mouth. As long as we start out with that hits principle and making sure you don't really hate the Packers. You don't hate the players. However, I'm not shaking hands till the game's over. So all while the whistle's blowing, you're supposed to get your licks in. So look, we got them stored up. I'm looking forward to what's going to happen on Sunday.
Okay.
Because
tradition, I'm sending out a call to Jason Brazda every year for the
JB.
We have brought Jason Brazda on for every Packer game for after the game. So, hey, Jason, if you can make it on, please come on because, like I said, now
I'll let him know.
If you coming,
I was gonna say I'll let him know. I'll see him Saturday. I'll see him Saturday morning, so I'll let him know. But
we're gonna work on Mike because Mike got this cool boat. He's the world's most interesting man. And I can understand him forgetting to come on because sitting out there sipping on a cold one, staring out at the stars, all that old other stuff. Yeah, but no, we gonna get him. Me and B saw him a couple weeks ago. So, I know where he at in Chin. I'm gonna come kidnap and put him in the back of my truck. So if you see me sitting next to somebody that's like 6'5", that talk a lot, then it's smart.
You might need to bring a big truck. Okay.
Right.
My last prediction for the Packers game. Darnell Mooney scores a touchdown. Rashawn Johnson scores a touchdown. He changed his number, by the way. He's now number 23. He went from 30 to 23. Yes, so those are my two predictions. Both of those guys will score on Sunday.
Okay, great. So, hey, if you're out there watching us on Facebook, join the Bears Banter Talk Show group. If you're watching us on YouTube, subscribe and hit that notification button so whenever we load new content, you'll get that alert. All right, so we'll see you Sunday around maybe 6:30 or so. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.